What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another YouTube video. In this video we're going to be talking about NIO. We're going to go over Xpeng as well, because I do know they go hand in hand. So we're going to go over Xpeng. Haven't done that in a while, and we're also going to go over the regular market conditions like we always do. Now before we get into this video, I'd like to remind you, like, comment, subscribe. Thank you so much for being here, and let's get right into this video. Now let's just start the day out with the overall market conditions. So yesterday I was talking about how the market, we need to keep an eye on it if we got above that or if we stay below it. And today we got above that last high, and guess what? We're right back at all-time highs for the market. So Powell spoke today, didn't really have a reaction or a negative reaction on the market. We were pretty much just uptrending the entire day, and towards the end of the day we saw that little boost up. I can go to the 15-minute time frame for you guys real quick, and you can see, towards the end of the day, as I mentioned, that last hour, around that last hour, we were just consolidating for pretty much the better half of the day. After that initial pump up, we consolidated, then we saw that move up towards the later part of the day. So overall, good day on the market. We are at all-time highs once again. As I mentioned yesterday during my stream, if you didn't catch that, the trend is our friend. We're still making higher lows, higher highs, so we're still uptrending. Until that breaks, then we'll be fine, guys. So don't worry. I know there's a lot of talk going around, market crash coming soon, whatever, all that nonsense. The trend is still up, so there's nothing to worry about. Once we do break that trend, then we can have the conversation of, maybe we get a deeper pullback, maybe we get some type of correction. But there are no signs whatsoever right now of a crash coming just because stocks are too high. That's a ridiculous excuse, because that isn't viable. A stock continue to go up. It doesn't matter, or it doesn't care what you think if it's too high. So just putting that out there. But overall, I do think we do need a pullback. We need a decent pullback, decent correction, maybe 10%, bare minimum of a correction, something like that. I don't see a crash coming until we actually break these last lows right here. So until we don't break this, then I think we will be good on the overall health of the market. Once again, SPY had an amazing day. Looked at that as well. Yesterday I was watching SPY, got over this last high, so we stayed above that, which is good for the SPY. So SPY is looking good as well. Now let's go into the main attraction, guys, which is NIO, which is why you're here. Overall, NIO had a pretty bad day. It was down 5%. Pretty bad for NIO overall. We are in some territory where we have to watch out, guys. So we broke this support right here that we've been watching at around 44.67, and now we're on this last little leg right here. So what you don't want to happen is us get below this last low right here. We do not need that to happen. If it does happen, then I was talking about, or we're running that scenario where either stocks, they pull over or they pull sideways, and we might start running that scenario where we pull over, which is, we don't want that to happen. We want to pull, we don't want to pull down, we want to pull over. And in order for us to do that, we have to find buyers here. We cannot get any lower than this last low right here. And we're right at the door. We're right at it, guys. We did find some buyers here. Very small amount of buyers. So let's see tomorrow what will happen. Are the buyers really going to show up, or the sellers just continue that pressure? Today, sellers won today. As you can see, we fell quite a lot. So sellers definitely won today, but we still have tomorrow. We still have the rest of the week for the buyers to show up, and they definitely need to show up at this area. If we fail, if buyers fail to show up tomorrow, then we're probably heading back lower, guys. It's unfortunate, but we probably are, and I do think that's still a good opportunity to buy in on NIO, especially after this amazing run up we've had. So definitely, though, I'll be cautious tomorrow, watching NIO heavily. It does not need to break this low right here. We're right at that door, as I mentioned before. So ideally, you want to see us get back in this blue box, this range between $44.67 and $48. I know that's a pretty big range, but when we stay in that range, we are done pretty well. As you can see, the last two times that we've pulled back, got back in it. So buyers need to show up like they did on this occasion, where we got underneath it. Next day we shot right back up. So we need that same scenario tomorrow where we shoot right back up in it, and even though we're below it, it doesn't matter for the shorter term. So that's what I'm looking at for NIO tomorrow, guys. Buyers need to show up. We need to get back above that 44.67 support, and we need to hold it. We don't need to fall anymore. Sellers show up today, and they're here. So buyers, it's buyers' turns tomorrow. They need to show up. Now, with regards to Xpeng, I imagine the same thing happened today. Yes, actually, Xpeng fell quite, it fell 8%. Wow. That's crazy. That is actually crazy. So it looked like Xpeng, it got the short end of the stick today. But once again, their pattern looks the same. Even though I haven't been covering Xpeng You know, they typically follow hand in hand. When we have dips, they dip together. When we have uptrends, they uptrend together. So once again, same scenario here. This actually looks a little better. So we still have room all the way to around $39. So we have quite some room left on Xpeng to fall if before we get, you know, too worried, before the deeper pullback starts coming. So Xpeng still needs to find buyers tomorrow, but it does have a little more leeway than NIO at this current state. So for me, what I would say is Xpeng needs to get above 40.29, needs to stay above that. But we are still making higher lows, unlike NIO, which is on the very edge. Xpeng does look a little better, even though it did fall, you know, 8% today. I know that's a huge amount, but Xpeng does look a little better right now with regards to continuous uptrend. Overall, though, good day on the market on overall tech and the SPY, but you know, NIO and the other Chinese EV stocks, they did seem to suffer today. So keep that in mind as well going into tomorrow. If the market is red, I'll be looking for these stocks to be green tomorrow for sure. Either way, hopefully you did enjoy this video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.